It all started one quiet Sunday evening. The sun had dipped below the horizon, casting a warm, orange hue over the suburban neighborhood. I was at my brother Mike's house, our usual Sunday family gathering spot. He'd recently renovated the place, and it looked stunning, a perfect blend of modern and cozy. My 7-year-old daughter Lily was sitting on the living room floor, her giggles filling the air as she played with their golden retriever Max. Lily was born with cerebral palsy. She was my little warrior, and despite her challenges, she was the brightest light in my life. But tonight, my mind was preoccupied. I'd been working on a family video montage as a gift for my parents' upcoming anniversary. The footage included moments of Lily's milestones, her first steps with a walker, her proud smile at her school's talent show, moments that showed her resilience and joy. My sister-in-law, Sarah, approached me earlier that day and said she wanted to talk about something important. The way she said it, with that clipped tone and the way her eyes flickered to Lily and back to me, set my nerves on edge. But when I finally caught her alone in the kitchen, she waved me off with, "Not now, later." Later came unexpectedly when I went upstairs to grab my jacket from the guest room. Mike's voice drifted through the slightly ajar door of their bedroom. "Why would you even say something like that, Sarah?" "That's his daughter we're talking about." "I'm just being practical," Sarah's voice shot back. "The video would be so much cleaner without those parts. Think about it, Mike. Everyone's going to focus on her disability instead of the family's accomplishments. I'm not saying she's not important, but..." I froze. My heart raced, pounding so loudly I thought they'd hear it. "No, Sarah," Mike interrupted. "That's cruel. He's doing this for Mom and Dad. And Lily. She's amazing. If you can't see that, then maybe you should tell him," Sarah snapped. "He'll take it better coming from you. I'm just saying what no one else has the guts to say." I backed away, not wanting to hear more. My hands shook as I clutched my jacket and retreated downstairs. How could Sarah say something like that? And Mike? Was he defending me, or was he considering her words? That night, after the family gathering ended and Lily and I were home, I couldn't sleep. Sarah's words echoed in my mind. The nerve of her, to suggest editing my daughter out of a family video. It wasn't just offensive, it was heartbreaking. The next day I called Mike. "Can we talk?" I asked, keeping my voice steady. "Sure, bro, everything okay?" he asked, sounding genuinely concerned. We met at a coffee shop later that afternoon. As I sat across from him, I struggled to find the right words. "Mike, I overheard something yesterday," I began, watching his face carefully. He stiffened, his hand pausing mid-reach for his coffee. "What exactly did you hear?" "Sarah," I said flatly. "She thinks I should pay someone to edit Lily out of the video." Mike's face turned red. I didn't know you were there." "Look, I told her she was wrong. I told her..." "Why didn't you tell me right away?" I interrupted, my voice rising. "You're my brother, Mike. You should have had my back." "I do have your back," he said defensively. "I thought I could handle it without dragging you into it." "Handle it?" I repeated, incredulous. "Mike, this isn't some minor disagreement. She's talking about erasing my daughter from her own family's memories." Mike ran a hand through his hair, looking genuinely torn. "I don't agree with her, okay? I never have. But you know how Sarah is. She's opinionated. She thinks she's being practical, not cruel." "And you?" I asked, my voice barely above a whisper. "Do you think she's right?" "No," he said firmly. "Lily is amazing and she belongs in that video just as much as anyone else." For a moment, I felt a flicker of relief. But it was short-lived. Sarah's words had opened a wound I didn't know existed. And now, I couldn't ignore it. The following weeks were tense. I tried to avoid Sarah at family gatherings, but it was impossible. She seemed oblivious to the tension, or maybe she just didn't care. Mike, to his credit, tried to keep the peace, but it was clear he was caught in the middle. Then came the night of the anniversary party. I had finished the video and included every moment I'd originally planned, including Lily's milestones. As the video played, I watched Sarah out of the corner of my eye. Her face was a mask of indifference, but I could see the tension in her jaw. When the video ended, everyone clapped and cheered. My parents were in tears, hugging me and Lily tightly. "But Sarah..." She pulled Mike aside, her expression thunderous. I followed them, my patience finally snapping. "If you have something to say, Sarah, say it to my face," I said, my voice low but firm. She turned to me, her eyes blazing. "Fine. I think you're selfish. You're using Lily to make yourself look like some kind of hero. This was supposed to be a celebration of the family, not a pity party." "A pity party?" I echoed, my voice shaking with anger. "Lily isn't a sob story, Sarah. She's a part of this family, whether you like it or not." "Maybe she is," Sarah snapped, "but that doesn't mean everyone else has to pretend like everything revolves around her." "Enough," Mike shouted, stepping between us. "Sarah, you're out of line, and if you can't see how wrong you are, then maybe you need to rethink your priorities." The weeks that followed were a whirlwind. Mike and Sarah's marriage hit a rocky patch, and for the first time I wondered if it would survive. But something unexpected happened. Sarah reached out to me. "I owe you an apology," she said one evening, her voice hesitant. "I was wrong. About everything." I listened as she explained how she'd been grappling with her own insecurities, how she'd let her fear of judgment cloud her judgment. It wasn't an excuse, but it was a start. Over time, our relationship mended. She started spending more time with Lily, genuinely getting to know her. And as for Mike, he stood by my side, proving that he truly did have my back. Life wasn't perfect, but it was better. And as I watched Lily laugh and play with her cousins, I knew one thing for certain. She was surrounded by love, and nothing, not even Sarah's misguided words, could ever change that.